because I like to keep things real and keep things honest, I am going to show you a blooper. So I've hurt my shoulder. I've probably pulled a muscle. We'll see. So that's how fast accidents happen, right? That'll teach me to back up without looking, right? Tripped over a block of wood I forgot I had put there. Holy Hannah, folks. So I'm about ready to show you how tall these Violetta plants are this year, Violetta pole beans are this year, and I've never ever had them this tall before. So enjoy the video, enjoy me falling. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm gonna put it up because I was recording, right? Of course I was. So just enjoy yourself. I'm gonna go put some ice on this and edit this video, blooper and all, and show you what I discovered on the Violetta pole beans. Bye-bye. So here I am at my Violetta pole bean trellis. All the years I've grown these pole beans, the Violetta, they have never ever gotten this tall. Matter of fact, I don't think they've gotten any taller than 8 feet. So out of curiosity, I've got a ladder over here, and I am going to climb one to see how tall that tallest pole is, because the Violetta beans are growing above that pole and have drooped down and tangled in a very tangled mess right there. So I want to see how tall that pole is, and then I am going to measure how long the vines are. Now here's a good example. They got to the top of the pole on this one, and then they didn't have anything to climb onto, so now they're just hanging and twisting around. And that's the case with every one of these poles. That furthest one way over is not as tall of a pole as the one I'm going to measure here, but they've reached the top of that pole and they're dangling down about 4 feet. So I'm not sure, but it's not safe to put a ladder over there. As it is here, I had to put a board under this just to level this ladder up just for safety. So I am going to measure. I cannot be on this side of the trellis because it really slopes down and it's not safe for me doing this by myself. So that's why I have to do it on the back side. I am going to set my Please don't tell me I broke it. I didn't break it. I don't think. Holy shit, that wasn't good. So I'm not really sure where I was before I just tripped over something and went piss over tea kettle. So anyway, I am going to get up there and measure, and I'm going to have to be on this side of the trellis. So I'll set my tripod up with the cell phone on it and record myself climbing up there and the measurement. Think I hurt my shoulder, guys. Ugh. Well, I'm pretty sure I did. But we're gonna do it, damn it. So let's measure the top of the pole. Yeah, I really hurt my shoulder, folks. So let's just drop the, no, I can't do that. I gotta go the other way around. Yeah, broke my tape measure too when I fell. Had it in my pocket. All right, it's still working, I guess. It's just cracked. Good old plastic. Okay. Right here, nose high, I am 9 feet. I'm not going to be able to reach the top of that. I can go as far as I can and then measure from, I don't want to bend the, right there. There's 10 feet right at that knot, right at that knot. So there's 10 feet. And then from the top of the pole, right there, I've got another foot. Anyway, it could be 1.4 feet. So there's 10, 11. We're going to call that pole 11 feet. I know it's a little taller than that. But then you got, oh, that vine. That shoulder's not good. Then you've got the vine that has reached the top of the trellis and has sunk down because of the heft, and it's a tangled mess. But I'm going to measure how long that is. Well, to that bend right there, and it goes back up another, wow, over 2 feet. So right now, where we've got to that bend, but it curves back up. I don't know where the end of it is. That is 3 feet. So you got over 15 feet of vine anyway. So that is just about twice as high as it normally is. Twice as tall. So I think it likes this. I think it likes this spot because there's blossoms all the way up. Blossoms to the top of the pole, and where the vines have reached the top of the pole and have come back down at least 3 feet. One of them look like it's 5 feet, but I'm not measuring it. I'm guessing. So let's go with an average of 4 feet. So you've got 12 feet plus 16 feet. That's twice as tall as they usually are, folks. These are Violetta pole beans. They get between 6 and 8 feet tall. But these this year are not. And again, they're growing in full sun. It bakes over here. It just bakes. And this is where the old compost piles used to be. Not bad. I guess I'm not going to complain. So here is an update on my Violetta pole beans. And again, this is an experiment grown in full sun, baking heat, where I used to pile a lot of my compost. So I knew it was pretty rich in nutrients. I didn't know if the Violetta beans were going to grow here. But obviously they like the nutrition because they are as tall as I have ever seen them. I have grown these for years, folks, and I have never had these vines this tall. They have gone way above the trellis. The tops have grown so much, they got heavy, and they fell down, and that's a good 4 feet from the top of the trellis, and they are growing. I've got to tip these off while I can reach them. So let me tip them off while I'm right here. And all I do is just snip them off. And what that does is it encourages vining out. It'll fill this trellis even more blossoms, more pole beans, right? So I have noticed this morning when I did my walk around that I do have some beans that I can pick. A lot of them are way up there that I cannot reach. Those I will allow to go to seed. And the ones that I can reach, like right here, right there, I'll eat those fresh, raw. I'll just eat them raw. And yes, the Violetta pole beans are a very pretty, they're pretty straight bean for the most part. These aren't quite ready, but this is a stage where I like to eat them raw. They're pretty straight, they're very pretty. Let me take a bite. Inside they are green, and when you cook them, they turn green. Really good. So I can probably pick a handful to have for my lunch, and I probably will be doing that. And as you know, if you grow beans, the more you pick, the more will produce, right? So those poles are way up there. The vines, I have never seen them this tall. So there's some more. I've got a leaf I see needs to be taken off. A few of them by the looks. Looks like this vine was damaged. I wonder if the deer or the rabbits got to them. That one wasn't even attached. So it looks like I'm going to have a harvest. Looks like I am going to have seeds for next year, which is really good. Yeah, I can see quite a few beans, so I'm going to have quite a handful. In amongst the beans, if you remember, I also grow a chocha. A chocha kind of likes to take over. You can see the lighter leaves that to some look like pot leaves. They're a sprawling plant. I've got 3 of these in here, and they are spread everywhere, and it's still early in the season. So I'll keep you updated on that as well. But I got a few beans in there. Looks like they can probably go another day, some of them, but I'll still have a handful for my lunch.